Hi, and welcome to the latest in our sequence of videos looking at how to create a simple maze game using Stencyl. Now, in our last video, we looked at how to make an enemy, an actor, and how to set up some simple movement and a very, very basic collision event where, if you remember, when the enemy, the player, the game just exited. So what I want to do is make that slightly more sophisticated today, so we've got a proper game over, and it's quite easy to do, and we're going to actually go back to using scenes like we did a few videos back to make our game level. So you can actually use scenes not just as levels, but you can use them as start screens, game over screens, and things like that. So I'm going to create a new scene here, and I'm going to call it game over. I'm going to set it the same colours, same background, sort of tile width and things, but this time I'm going to configure the background to give us a colour, just to make it distinctive from the game levels. So I've gone for a nice sophisticated, bright kind of pinky purple. So we'll just wait for that to create, and there we are. Now what I'm going to do for my game over scene is I'm just going to do something really basic. I'm just going to get the tiles that I used to build the game, and I'm just going to write game over using my tiles. Now obviously, if you're more artistic than I am, you can probably think of something more creative to do than this, but this is an effective enough way of adding a game over screen. And what's worth remembering is that you can actually add animated characters and things and sprites just like you can on a normal level, because that's how Stencyl treats it. It treats it like a bog standard level for your game. So you can put you could put a little animated death scene or something like that in if that's what you wanted to. Right, but you don't want to sit and watch me build this for 5 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll finish making this, and then we'll look and see how we're going to make it appear at the right time. Okay, so now I've created my scene called Game Over. I've added the rest of the letters and things to that, and you can obviously make yours look however you want. What I now need to do is make a very slight change to my game programming, just so that when the game finishes, when the enemy collides with the player, it goes to the right screen and the game finishes properly. So I need to go back to my enemy, and I need to go back to the event that I set up earlier, and you can see this is the event I've set up earlier, and I've deleted the code that I had in the middle, and that's why that's red, because there's no code in there, so there's an error in there, it can't run. So I need to add a new block. Now I'm going to use this bit of code here, the switch to scene, because basically what I want it to tell it to do is as soon as it hits the player, I want the scene to change, and I need to just go to the right one. There we go, it's under game for my blocks, and I'm going to do this one. Obviously you can experiment with different ones, but I'm just going to go switch to scene and crossfade. So if I move that into there and then change to scene, so I need to choose the scene that it's going to go to, and I want it to go to game over, and then I want it to crossfade, and this is just like a fade. I'm just going to put 5 seconds, and this will look a little bit more professional than what we had before. Now obviously that doesn't like that. There's some when enemy hits play, there's something about that it doesn't like, which I'm not sure about. So we're going to there we go, choose scene game over. There we go, that was set to attribute game over, but that's now correct. So switch to choose scene game over, and that should be okay now. So now I'm going to test my game, and then again we'll come back when the game's ready and we can see if it works. Okay, so here we are with our game, and let's just see what happens. So this time again I'm being chased by the robot, and he hits the player, and the level fades out, and we get our game over screen. And that's a little bit more of a professional way to finish your game. So obviously this could be improved further. You could have some kind of animation or something going on this screen. Maybe you have the scores, send you back to the title screen, have an option to press a key or something to start the game again. But it does show you how you can use a scene as something other than a scene, as a title or game over screen. So that's probably what you need to do next in your game. Create one of those, maybe create another scene that you can use as a win, and then what we can concentrate on in our next videos is actually winning the game, so adding some collectible objects and having a way of beating the game. So I'll see you later.